Good.
Good?
Yep.
Welcome, Pit Nation. We're a few minutes late today. I've been dealing with a cold. So for those of you that wish I would stop talking, today's your lucky day. I'm not going to be able to talk as loud or as long. So if you can't hear something, let us know, and I'll try to talk a little louder, but my voice is pretty jacked up today. We just drilled the Wild Streak, just came hot off the press. I just glued the other grip in it, got it in there, and threw it on the rack. What we thought we would do, we'll throw this right out there right at the start of the video today. For everyone, Josh, you can throw this up, come closer and let them know, but we want to give away a Wild Streak bowling ball to celebrate the release of the Wild Streak. So Josh, go ahead, come on up and tell them what it is exactly we're doing.
So I won't say for every, if you like and share our video here, our live feed today, we will put you in the contest to win a Wild Streak. If you share it once, you're going to get one entry in, one entry only for everybody. So it'll run this whole entire week up until next week, and then on next week's show we will announce the winner. So like, share our live feed, and then we will give away a bowling ball, and that's about it.
Okay, so that promotion will be good until it'll end next Tuesday evening, whatever that date is. I don't even know. But next Tuesday evening, we'll say at 6 p.m. That way it'll give Josh time to be able to go through and get all the likes and shares and all the names of all of you. I challenge all of you to like and share this. We want to see, I don't know how many shares we've been getting, how many likes we've been getting. I know a couple of the videos, we approached 10,000 viewers. So let's make Josh stay up all night long putting everybody in the drawing. Let's make him do that, okay? So like and share, and you'll be in for a drawing for a free Wild Streak. Any weight will be fine. All right, what else? Let's get right to it, okay? Now, I brought a couple pads out. Excuse me. I brought a couple pads out because, Tim, if we look at this surface, we went and looked at the box surface of the Wild Streak. It's 500, and then it's hit with 3,000. Well, if you look at the 4 balls that I have out here, obviously the surfaces are much shinier. I would say that these 3 balls, well here, definitely the Phase 2 and definitely the Idol. Those are benchmark Arsenal balls that I have. They have earned their way. They have held that spot in my arsenal now for months. So we're going to throw these and then compare the Wild Streak to those at least. And then we'll sprinkle in the ProMotion because we've used that quite a few times on these videos. And then, not that it's going to relate too much, but we'll throw the Phase 3. I will not hit that Phase 3. As I told you last week, I'm still playing around with it just out of the box. I used it last week in league for the 3rd game, and it looked good again going down the lane. So I'm happy still with what I see with the Phase 3. So I'm anxious to get this Wild Streak and give it a try. Okay, so let's hit these with, get a little surface on them back so we can get a good apples to apples type of relationship here. I'm not hitting it too hard. You know, when you guys hit the surface of your stuff, it's almost like an artistic quality to it. You know, how hard you push really dictates how much surface is on. Okay, so that's a little bit closer to this. These are both 1,000 pads. But this one is a little bit grittier than this one. This one's a little bit more used than this one. So I'm going to use this one, and then if we see that we need to give it a little bit more, then we'll use this one, okay? So I won't use this one now. I'm going to use this here. Sorry, gang. Dealing with a cold. Dealing with the snow outside. We got about 3 or 4 inches of snow at my house. So I ran a little late today, I'm sorry. Okay, we're getting that surface on there. Tim, get a shot of that. Now, is it exact? Well, not necessarily. But we're just going to give it a look, okay? Then we'll do the same thing with the ProMotion. And then we'll throw some shots. Now, I want you to watch and see what happens right in here, because the ball doesn't roll there. So I want you to watch. If you just take these and you just scuff it, see how much more surface you get on that? I don't like using the pads like that. I like glazing the surface, giving it a little light buff, getting a little bit of that lane shine off it. You can see the difference from this side all the way over to that side. Does that show up good?
Oh, yeah.
Now, inevitably, there will be a question as to, okay, how often do you do that? Well, I do this probably before most tournaments. I don't necessarily do it before league. On league, you're bowling on a defined pattern, so there's enough friction there. But even here, I can see this spot right here. That's where I really hit it. I don't need that much surface. We don't need the ball to bog down too much. If we need a little more friction, we can always slow down. It's just taking that lane shine off it. Okay. All right, lane 21. I am going to start out with, well, let's start out with the ProMotion. How about that? That's been the ball I've started out with most weeks. Do we have that upper camber working again?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that upper camber working. Knock a little bit of the dust off. If you remember that show out in Reno, the women's TV show out in Reno a few years ago, it was outside. They had a big windstorm and it blew dust all over the lanes. That's every time I try to hit a ball, I make sure that I take that residue off the ball, because we don't want to raise the friction component that much. Okay? All right. First shots of the day. Here we go. Starting out standing 15, looking 16, 17. I got to go easy because I'm achy and sore. So you're going to get the best I got. Oh. Maybe I should.
That looks so bad.
All right, refrain from the comments on that shot. Just disregard it.
It's one of the worst ones I've seen in a while.
Why don't you shut up, Tim? Here's my towel here.
Fine, me. Although in your defense, that shirt looks so good on camera today.
Really? You
Oh,
like this?
I really like that shirt.
You like it? Okay. All right, here we go. I'll get better as we go. How's that? Is that good enough for you?
That's a little better.
Huh. I had to get my balance just correct on that shot. I don't know who was bowling here last night. Some of the weeks you see that ball really dig in down lane. I don't want to say quick response because it's certainly not quick response. But, and then there's been other weeks where it's really hydroplaned. So I'll just slow down a little bit and maybe make it a little bit stronger move, okay? Still real wiggly down lane. When you put a brand new ball in your bag, as though we're doing today with the Wild Streak, I think it's important to start out by throwing a ball that you know. Throw your favorite ball, make your moves or adjustments, get lined up with that ball, and then throw the new ball up against a ball you know. That way you can, the relationship between the two bowling balls becomes more obvious. You're not guessing. We could make any one of these balls look like any one of the other balls if we move and stand in a different part of the lane and all that stuff. And that's not the type of ball videos that I really want to do. I want to have you see a ball that I'm comfortable with, that I've been using, and then I try to throw the identical shot physically, and then we start seeing the difference in the bowling balls related to each other. But I got to get lined up with this ball first. So obviously I could make a lateral move, but I'm going to stay here, try to throw it a little bit slower, and try to get this ball to look proper. That looked a little bit better. I actually got that one in a little bit, I would say. But I caught it enough and it was slower. So I'm going to allow this next one to feed a little bit more to the right. I really like that speed and rev rate. We'll see if this looks a little better, and then we'll get right to the Wild Streak. Now that looked good to me. If you saw, I allowed that one to push a little bit more to the right, a little bit easier to the right, and it saw friction in a better zone, I should say. Okay, one more shot. Good or bad, one more shot. We'll get to the Wild Streak. Okay, again, that was a little bit left. Obviously not at my best today, but we're gonna go with it, okay? Wild Streak. You'll never guess what layout I put in it. Here, get a good look at the ProMotion. Get a good look at the Phase 3. Phase 2. It's basically the same layout I've been putting in every one of the balls so I can show you guys, showcase the difference in the ball. Now remember, this is exactly out of the box. No oil has ever touched this. So I'm not going to make a determination whether I like it or I don't like it today. Today's purpose is to give you an initial view of the shape relative to these other balls, okay, and then we'll just go from there. Same shot as I just was trying to do with the ProMotion. Now, obviously that was a little higher friction. But I don't know if it's really higher friction, or I don't know if it's because this was the first shot with this ball. I don't know if it's the subtle surface difference. So we don't make a huge determination, but hopefully you saw that read much more easily. Okay, that one I got in a little bit again. I'm getting it missing a little bit left more today than I would like. That one I saw read, and then I saw it really lay there, probably from that oil down lane that we've already identified is there from the Pro Motion. Maybe one of these weeks we'll try to get an idea as to what's out there, and then we'll take Tim all the way down there and see if there's a way we can see it. Is that possible to do?
Yeah, I don't
That
see
might
why
be
not.
kinda cool.
To bring a few lights, you can see in the reflection where the oil is.
Definitely. So I tried to allow that one to feed a little more to the right. That was probably the best shot off my hand. And you saw that one read way more easy. I wouldn't even say that read earlier necessarily. Many people say, yeah, oh yeah, that read earlier. Well, yeah, but I just try to describe the amount of friction that I'm seeing. What if there is more oil there? That ball will still get down the lane, so then all of a sudden this ball goes longer? No, it's related to the amount of oil that we're using to get the ball down the lane, obviously. So I would say the friction component of this is just a little bit higher than the Pro Motion. But again, it could be just the freshness of this cover never been used. That Pro Motion, I would say that Pro Motion's got 50, 60s, probably 50, 70 games on it so far. I've been using it quite a bit. I'm probably this close to saying that Pro Motion is earning its way in my arsenal. Now why? Why would I say that? Because I know what to expect with the ball every time I pull it out of the bag. And that's a very important component when we're going from one ball to the next, okay? Getting as good a feedback as we can on what's going on out on the lane. Okay, so there's that oil down lane again. Now let's throw that up against my two benchmark balls. These two balls, goodness, this ball has been in my arsenal, full blown in my arsenal for at least a year. I love this ball. I don't know how much you guys have seen this go down the lane. I don't think we've used it that much. I know we did that video on the Phase 2s. So, same shot, same part of the lane, everything the same. I would say that was subtly quicker response time than the Wild Streak. Wild Streak was a little smoother. Now again, I just hit this ball. I'm going to throw it a couple shots. can see why that ball's in my bag. That's pretty good there. That's pretty good. Tim, are you able to see on camera that that was subtly quicker than the ProMotion?
I saw it pretty clear in the shot from behind. The last one I switched up top, I didn't see it as much, but it's tough sometimes to watch and frame the shot at the same time.
Got that one a little bit to the right again, which is what I've been trying to do, believe it or not. So that one again looked good. Very, very, very readable. Definitely earned its way into my arsenal. We'll throw the mean streak again from that
Wild
same-
streak.
Wild streak. I keep calling it the mean streak. You know, Jim Callahan, I was texting him, and our storm rep, Jim Callahan, and I said, yeah, I'll be throwing the mean streak on video tomorrow. I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, I meant wild streak, so that's what I mean. I think I say that's what I mean a lot, and then it said mean streak, but it's really the wild streak, so don't hold it against me.
It's got to be that cold.
I still see that as smoother. Certainly a little higher friction, but smoother. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Good thing. All right. Throw with the phase 2. Okay. So I just hit this phase 2 with that 1000 pad. That used 1000 pad. So get all that little dust off there. Again, trying to throw the same shot. That to me looked a little similar to the Wild Streak. You see how that friction comes up a little bit? Definitely red, a little, well, okay, I'll say it earlier. It definitely went into that roll a little bit sooner than the idle, and that's very consistent to what I would expect. Phase 2 relative to idle. Phase 2 is a slightly higher friction, a little smoother. But again, the idle and the phase 2, we've talked about it. This phase 2, if you don't have it in your bag, probably a mistake. And those of you that have thrown the idle, you know. But these balls anymore, they really shine up so quickly in league. Or with the oils that we're using now, the bowling balls, they get so much rain shine on them so easily. And you don't want to just hit it so hard that it ends up scratching the cover. Just get that rain shine off, and then make sure you get that dust off of the cover stock, and then go ahead and throw your ball. All right, same shot again, then we'll throw the mean streak again. I did that one on purpose.
I'll say
I
that
really
was
did.
too deliberate.
Really, I didn't deliver it that well?
No, I meant that was too deliberate. I was like, that has to be on purpose.
I hope all the guys from Storm aren't watching and get mad at me just because I misspoke. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are doing a great job with all these bowling balls. Hank Boomershine, what a great job you've done with the Roto-Grip brand. Schlem, I know you were just in town a couple weeks ago. It didn't stop out. So the next time you get into town, please stop over. It'd be great to see you. So anyways, all right, we are throwing the Wild Streak this shot. See, that is pretty smooth. I think that's pretty usable. Okay. Questions, comments coming in at all?
I'm not sure with the app because of the multi-camera thing. I can't see it like I could before. So Josh is in the pro shop
Josh
helping
got
some
pulled in
customers.
throwing
So sorry if we're missing some questions,
All right,
guys.
so
I just
how
can't
about
see
we
them.
do this? How about if I move to the right and go to a little lower rev rate, a little straighter again? We'll do that first with the ProMotion. So I moved 5 right. We'll go 5 and 3 right. So now I'm looking at 14. Man, every time I throw that ball, I feel like I know what to expect. So that's really a good situation. When you throw a ball down the lane, you really want to know what to expect. Okay, phase 2 would probably be next. Little more friction, which is good, what I would expect. Idle is next. And then Mean Streak. Wild Streak. I'm probably going to get in trouble. Wild Streak.
Probably wouldn't be a big deal if that wasn't actually another ball.
Is it another ball?
Yeah, it's Brunswick.
Oh, for crying out loud. That's all I need. All right, Wild Streak. Now that looked good from there. Little higher speed, little lower rev rate. Yeah, I'll stop saying Mean Streak now. No more Mean Streak. I really am sorry. I don't know what got me started doing that. And then I just did it a joke a couple times. My brain's thinking too fast. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that looks pretty good from there. I like that.
Grab your phone and go on Facebook so I can look at the comments.
Yeah, okay.
We'll do that real quick so we can see some questions for you guys.
Okay. What do I need to do?
Go on the 10 in the pit page.
Right
Oh,
there?
you're on it right there.
That's a watch party?
Go in the comments there.
Comments. Only
See what I
10
got,
comments. The shirt is awesome. Took one shot to warm up. Tom Kinsey, great job with the camera work, Tim.
Thanks, Tom.
Ronald Trowbridge, I forgive you, Brad. Thank you.
Got any questions in there, guys, about the ball? Any of the stuff we're comparing here? Shout them out. I'll keep Brad's phone on next to me. I'll try and get some questions in there if we got
PK
anything.
Tank, 80 grit. No, it's not 80 grit.
160.
All right.
I think the box. What did we
What's
say
this
with the
mean?
box
We only
finish
got
on
9
there?
people watching? What?
No,
going
we got
on?
38 people watching.
How do you tell? Oh, up there?
Up there, yeah.
Okay. As you can see, I'm pretty
Tech
up to
savvy.
date with all this stuff. All right, I'm going to throw this Wild Streak a couple more times from right there. I really liked it. So now that I see where, wow, I really like it from there, I might play around with my hand a little bit. alter some speeds, change some rev rates, and see if it's usable from there. Same shot to start. I got that one to right. That was almost as bad as my first shot of the day. Okay, another good shot, benchmark shot. That's pretty good. I want you to watch something. As soon as this ball comes back, I just noticed. I'm sitting here trying to wipe off the oil. There's almost no oil. So watch this when it comes back. Look, untouched. Almost all gone. Look, there's a light glaze of the first couple, and there's not much at all. Just that's all that's left right there. Gone. Look, I just rolled that over. Now that's almost gone.
Does that mean there's none on the lane?
No, this means this ball is thirsty. So, kind of like after you get a little dehydrated, your body needs to take on a lot of water. Gone. I haven't touched it. No oil up. There's a couple little blotches right there. It's only about that long. But that's it. Okay. Little higher speed, little higher rev rate, and a little more axis rotation. Okay?
Fred, how long is our house shot? I can't remember.
Our house shot's 41, I think 41 feet.
So Steve, he was asking what the pattern was. Yeah, it's leftover house shot from league, and the original length is 41, but we've got some games on here from whatever's left over last night.
Higher speed, a little more rev rate, and a little more axis rotation. Oh, I thought I had it. I was getting ready to spend a little energy. That actually looked good too. Usually when I go to a little more axis rotation, the ball tends to want to jump there. I didn't see that any indication that wanted to jump right there. So that's good. Look, oil's gone. Just a little bit there. Okay, higher speed, higher rev rate, more axis. Same shot as I used through. That looks pretty good, even doing that. Now let's do that same thing with the idle. Okay, benchmark ball. Very comfortable with this ball. What would we expect? I would expect that this ball be slightly quicker than that Wild Streak. I'm trying to throw the identical shot as I just threw. Wow, that was a little weaker, looked like. Now that could be because of the friction component. The ball never really saw enough friction to cause it to get into that response time characteristic. That oil's staying on there. We've already got plenty of oil in this ball. Okay, so same thing, just a little slower speed. And there's that response time characteristic. Checked a little bit. So that's good. That's a good thing. That ball was consistent with the Wild Streak both times that we used it. When I was using it when I started out, 15, 16, 17, it related that same way as it just did to the idle there. That's a great sign. Same shot with the phase 2. That looked pretty close to the Wild Streak. Excuse me. Which is what we had said when we were throwing it from farther left. All right, now, let's go ahead and move in. Did I throw all 4? Did I throw Did I throw this from?
I don't know if
to
you
the
threw.
right?
I don't think you threw
All right, well,
the
let's throw this out to the right, where I just was.
Belmo ball. Drawing a blank. Promotion.
Back up to the higher speed that I started with, okay? Higher speed, higher rev rate, more active. That looked pretty good too. All right, so now let's jump way in and we'll slow down, okay?
Any questions, comments, guys? Shout them out. I got Brad's phone next to me so I can see him now, even though Josh is tending to the shop.
Okay, so I'm going to move into 21 at the arrows. I'll stand on 21 and look 21. Now keep in mind, for those of you that hear that, and you're like, well, wait a minute, how is he standing on 21 and targeting 21? Well, I drift. I drift so much to the left. I drift 13 boards to the left. So I'm starting out on 21. I'm actually going to be sliding 34. So after we throw the shot, I'll try to stay on balance. And then, Tim, I want you to come up and see where I'm at. Okay?
Sure.
And this isn't on purpose. This is just what I do. So I'm hoping it's going to be 34 or I'll look like a bozo. But I'm going to throw it slower. 21, looking 21. So I am about 35. Maybe 35 and a half. So that was pretty close. Now what do I need to do off of that shot? I'm starting out with one of my benchmark balls. So I'm going to get a read with this, and then we're going to compare the Wild Streak up against this. So obviously I would slow down a little bit. 21, looking 21. Come look where I was standing. And you'll see it's right on 36. So
Half board off.
Today I'm walking an extra board and a half left. I don't get too tripped up over that. You know, it needs to be the same. All right, so I got to get slow enough to make this ball look good. That was still 36. So I'm getting consistent today. Walking just a touch more left than I usually do. Not a big deal. Last shot. Last shot with the benchmark ball. I'm going to try to allow this one to get a little bit more to the right. Okay, still slid on 36. Definitely got more to the right. All right, let's throw the Wild Streak from right there. hopefully you can get a good visual of the front to back motion of these balls. I know it's harder to see. It's harder to see when you're in the building when you're throwing a solid color ball, let alone on a smaller camera window. So just take my word for it. I'm trying to give you the best visual read that I can. All right, same shot with the Wild Streak. Definitely, again, went into its roll easier and definitely was smoother down lane. That's good again. Just one wipe and gone. All right, same shot. I still look down. I still was on 36. So I'm repeating pretty well. That looked pretty good. All right, now we're going to bring this bad boy out. Here we go. Should this be higher friction or lower friction? Obviously, lower friction. Should this be quicker or slower? Obviously, should be quicker. So we're not talking left to right. I can still get this ball to, well, whatever I'm hitting there, 7, 8, 9, probably 8, 9, 10. But it's when this ball sees friction, how much more quickly it's going to respond. Still 21, looking 21. Still slower speed. Try to throw the same shot. Definitely lower friction. Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm in the shop because I got customers, so it's
fine. We don't need you
Wednesdays
anyways.
with Tim and Brad.
Yeah, change the caption.
Wednesdays with Tim and Brad. I'm almost done because I'm getting pretty tired and sore. All right, let's get this one to the right. So we'll be able to see more, a little bit more friction, and we'll see that this is certainly going to be quicker because I'm already knowing, because I've used this enough, that that's what we're going to yield here. But let's show you. I'm going to get this one out to about 5 or 6. Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
That was about 7. But that was pretty good. Definitely quicker. Yeah, you could see that, right? Plain as day.
Yeah, that second one looked good once you got it out into that friction a little bit
Yep.
more.
Looking 21, getting it out to 6, 7, 8 again.
Oh, trip on the 4.
That one got out to 2, 3. Yeah, that was about the worst shot in a while. All right, if there's no questions. or
Yeah, guys,
comments,
we got anything coming in? We're gonna be
Right.
ending this up pretty soon.
keep in mind, like and share. Everybody that likes and shares this over the next week until Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. Anybody that likes or shares this, you're going in a drawing for a free Wild Streak. All right, so do it. Let's see if we can get it up to, I don't know what a good goal would be. Let's see if we can get it up to 200 likes and shares. If we get to 300, that'll be even better. But let's try to really pump this here, okay? All right, 21, looking 21, getting it to the right. phase 2, or phase 3. We'll do the phase 3. Okay. Now, one more shot with this. Wild Tree. Wipe it off, even though I don't really have to. Very, very, very longer, smoother motion when it comes in contact with friction. Phase 3, quicker window as it comes in contact with friction. Really trying to throw the same shots as always. So, what do you want to see? Phase 2 from there, and the idle from there again, one more time?
Sure.
We'll do that and we'll call it a day.
Last couple shots here, guys. If anyone's got any comments or questions.
Phase 2, same space, same shot. Now you saw that one hook a little bit more, made a lateral move. I don't call that quicker. I call that higher friction. That was more the friction component of this phase 2 than it was the response time characteristic. And when I first was exposed to those, yeah, I get a little tripped up. Was that the response time or was that friction? So I'm going to throw the same shot. I can tell you, because I know this ball so well, that was just the friction component.
Oh, you're on full rack.
Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you. So that, to me, I saw that one once it started to read. Still was a smoother motion, but it certainly read a little easier. That's the friction component. Okay, idle. And then we might as well throw the Pro Motion, and then we'll end with the Wild Streak. Definitely quicker. Saw that make that quicker move. The distance of time, the length of time that it took on the lane to make that move was certainly quicker. Doesn't make it a quick response time ball, it just means it's quicker than the Wild Streak or the Phase 2 or the Pro Motion. So, very consistent with what we would expect. Throw the Pro Motion. I would expect this to be smooth, smoother, slower response time. Should be obvious. Oh yeah, that's great. That's a great ball. I got a couple texts from some of you over this last week because I spent probably, I don't know, 45 seconds to a minute talking about Jason last week and this ball. But I like this ball. I like this ball a lot. All right, same shot. love it. All right, wild streak, and then that's it for today. It's gonna be under an hour today. That's good for me. I'm gonna probably pay for it tomorrow. Probably won't be able to talk at all tomorrow. Didn't quite get that one to the right. Remember that oil that we saw the very first part of the video? I think that hit a little bit of that. So I'm going to throw a couple shots from in, a couple shots from in the middle, like 16, 17 again, and then we'll move out to the right, and then we'll call it a day. That's pretty good. Pretty good there. No questions today?
No, everyone's pretty quiet. Must
Kind
be
of a lame day today.
busy shoveling
Busy.
snow.
Thought I nutted that one. That was a pretty good shot. All right, we'll move back to the right. Move that 5 and 3 right. Looking 18. That's the friction. That was pretty close to the same shot as I just did. Actually forgot to dial those little dials in, those little feel dials. Forgot to dial those in a little bit. So I got to jump up speed a little bit on this shot. Okay, again, that ball doesn't look bad. I think just a little tweak physically, and we can make that ball strike. Okay, so I'm going to get noticeably faster. I'm not going to move lateral. I'm just going to get noticeably faster. Okay, if I were to kick that up another notch, which I will, then that should get right in the pocket. That's just a speed adjustment. Nothing rev rate wise, nothing lateral wise, moving left or right. Speed control is the #1 most usable tool. And every one of you should develop a range of speed control that you can work within, that you can repeat. Yes, you're really good when you do what you do. Do you have the ability to get a little bit faster and or a little bit slower to dial in ball motion, okay? Well, I'm going to get just a little bit faster than that last shot. Okay, and that looked pretty good. All right, we'll move out to the right. Move 5 and 3 to the right. I'm going to have to shift gears and dial it up a notch. Give it a little gas because I'm moving into more friction. I still don't have to wipe the ball off very much because it's still soaking in because of the fresh cover stock. And now I'm standing 11, looking 14, 15, and I'll be faster here. Again, where would you say is the best place to utilize this ball? At least from the information that we're learning or witnessing right now together. You guys are seeing it the same amount of shots that I'm seeing. It's not that we should be using third arrow for this ball. It's the characteristics that this ball seems to match up for me are shallower angles, smoother response time, control your speed. I think it's looked better from this part of the room. So how long up on the scoreboard do you think that would look good versus trying to hook the whole lane with it? It just hasn't hit. As my angles have gotten more open, it just hasn't hit. Now, for those of you that have a higher speed and higher rev rate, it may look good from there. For those of you that ball on house shots that are maybe really laterally, really clipped, you got a lot of oil to none, maybe this ball will help blend out that lateral difference in oil. I know that's where the ProMotion is best used. Right there, identify where that lateral amount of oil changes dramatically, and then get right up against that. And that ProMotion is a fantastic ball. Last shot, got to end with a strike. That looked pretty good. Okay. Like and share this video. Get entered in a drawing for a free Wild Streak given away by 10 in the Pit Pro Shop. Josh and I wanted to be able to do something for those of you that have helped us make this video, this weekly video series. And I don't know what to compare it against, but I would say that we're up, I guess, Tim, help me out. If we're getting 6 to 10, sometimes I think the one video we got like over 10,000 views. Is that good?
No, that's definitely solid. I haven't seen the number of views per week. I know I've seen the number of active watchers every week, and I know the one week we were up pretty solid, up over 100.
Yeah.
So that's always good. This week, well, we were a little slower. Like I said, some people might be out shoveling the driveways or something, but everyone can always watch it later once everyone shares it and shares with all their friends and whatnot.
Okay, so help us, please help us get the word out so that we can get more people watching on a weekly basis. It doesn't matter if you can tune in live with us or not. If you put a question or a comment in this video, even if we're not live, I know Josh goes through a lot of the comments throughout the course of the week, and if there's some good questions, then we'll talk about them, and then we'll maybe feature that in next week's video. Okay, we'll try to get all your questions answered. All right, so that's it. Right at about an hour. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like and share for a drawing for a free Wild Streak. Take care.